I bought these LED headlights off of Amazon for $62. They're H11s, the proper fit for the 2019 Nissan Rogue, and this is what the plugs look like. This is a 2019 Nissan Rogue SV with all the electronics on it. And first off, we're going to go over here to the passenger side headlight. And we are going to remove the low beam headlight right there first. This is the low beam headlight bulb with the green on it right here. And this rod right here is holding up the engine hood lid, and that rubber bumper is when you let the engine hood lid down, it rests on that rubber bumper. So when we get to this low beam headlight bulb, we'll be rotating it counterclockwise, and then it should just pull right out. And here you can see I disconnected the electrical wire connecting the low beam headlight bulb. The electrical wire was really short, and I had a hard time lifting the tab up to get it disconnected. So here I go, my hand there, and then I'm just going to try to let it go here. As you can see, she popped right out of there. And you see we've got 3 metal clips, one, and then there's another one right there, and then there's another one right behind here. And they go in the slots in the bulb socket, and you just turn them. And here's the new LED light one we're going to stick in. And of course it's got a tab there, it's a plastic tab. And it's got another plastic tab there. And of course it has another plastic tab right there. We're just going to put those in the bulb socket and rotate it clockwise. Okay, so I'm going to stick the bulb right here in that hole right there, as you can see. And here you can see the tabs in the bulb socket. I'm just going to place it in there, twist and turn it in. I got to do it with my right hand because I tried it with my left hand. And you want basically I found out, I've done this a couple times already, you want the cord facing towards the fender. So here, I'm going to block it with my hand here. Okay, there it's in. I'm twisting it, and she's in. And now I'm just going to hook up the 2 electrical cords, this one to this green one down there. Again, the wires were real short and you didn't have much room to work with there. And so I had a difficult time getting it plugged in. Okay, so it's supposed to be plug and play, and I got it plugged in okay. Now I'm just going to go check it, make sure it comes on. It didn't matter if you plugged it right side up or upside down. You had a 50-50 chance to get the polarity right, and if you got the polarity right, the lights would come on. If you did not get the polarity right, the lights would not come on. So 3 out of 4 times I did not get the polarity right. I had to unplug them and rotate them 180 degrees and replug them back in, and believe me, that was not fun. Again, this is a 2019 Nissan Rogue, and there's the low beam, and the high beam is actually hidden behind this piece right here. It's a plug, and I'll see if I can get a closer shot of it, but you have to unscrew it clockwise. Okay, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to show you this real quick. This is the windshield wiper fluid, and the high beam headlight hides behind this plug right here. And I'm going to use a screwdriver and a little hammer to loosen it and see if I can give you a shot of that. Putting the screwdriver right on that little lip right there. Now watch that thing turn. There. That's all you need, really. And then this plug just pops off. It'll probably fall down, but I can get it. As you can see, it fell down there, but I can get it with no problem. Okay, I'm going to need to disconnect this windshield washer fluid container. And I'm going to start by taking this plastic rivet out and removing it. Again, you just want to pop this little centerpiece up like so, and then hold it and then get underneath this and just pull that out like that. Then you just watch this plastic thing, twist it to the left here like that, and then just kind of twist it back and forth and pull up at the same time, and then it comes out really nicely, the whole thing, just like that. And you notice it has a rubber seal around it, so when it goes down into the tank down below, it seals up real nice and it's leak proof. Okay, let's go in here and just look at that light, high beam headlight that's inside the plug that I just pulled out, which is right there. Now I'm going to go in there and pull that plug out. Now this here little video clip probably sums up about how much fun it was to install the high beam headlights. The low beams weren't bad at all. The high beams took a little bit more effort, and the reason is that the wires were short when you went to plug them back in, and also there was hardly any room down there for your hand to maneuver around all that stuff. You had to get those 3 tabs, plastic tabs, lined up just perfect. Of course, you really can't see anything. You're just kind of feeling by hand there. And then once you feel you got them lined up, then you got to twist the bulb, and it finally goes into place there. Okay, remember the plug we pulled off? Well, guess what? It can't go back on because the LED light fan apparatus is too big, plus the cords, so it can't go back on. All right, you just wait 1 minute, mister. In the end, I decided to dedicate quite a bit of time to getting this thing into place, because I didn't want the back of that thing have a big hole in it where the elements could get into the lens. So I worked on the passenger side and pretty much got it on there to a point where I felt comfortable with it tight on there. Anyway, here it is, but it not totally sealed, but it ain't going nowhere, that's for sure. Okay, so we're going to go put it back in now and just make sure the plastic is facing kind of this way, and line up that tube with the hole, stick it down in there, and then you just kind of fit it in there. I'm looking, and now it's snapped in there just fine, and you turn it like so, and line that thing up there, and then you put the rivet back in there wherever I stuck the rivet. I have no idea. There. Okay, again on the driver's side, we have the low beam light right there with the green on it down there, as you can see right there. Looks like that's going to be pretty easy to get to. And of course we got the high beam with the cap on it right there. So let's I'm going to start working on those. And this is the driver's side headlight, and this is the air intake. And I need to get that out of the way so I can get to the headlamps. And I'm going to undo these 2 plastic rivets right here. One there and one there. So this air cleaner can come off really easy. And here I wanted to show you the tab that you have to release, and believe me, it was not fun. The wires were short. I was working in a tight spot underneath there, although it looks really easy, but no, it was not. And also I want you to look at that connector right there in front of you there. That is a different one than from the low beam headlights, but it still works, and you still got a 50-50 chance of getting the polarity right. And here's a shot of the final install, with this being the driver's side high beam, which was very difficult to put in because of the space I was working in, really small. And this is the low beam, which went in really easy, rolled right on there, plugged right in, no issues with that. And then getting back to the driver's high beam, it was such a tight spot. I had a real difficult time getting the plug back on. Fact is, I could not get it on. But I felt I really needed to get that thing on there and plug that hole to keep the elements out from inside that lens. So here's what I ended up doing. I put the plug on the best I could, and then I covered it with this stuff right here. Holy mackerel, Batman. Is that a Mickey Mouse way to do something or what? Duct tape is probably one of the greatest inventions on the planet. But I really wanted LED lights, and when I went out and drove that night, those lights were fantastic.